Well,
Good afternoon, folks, or good evening, wherever part of the country that you're at. Steve
good
Walls
night.
here, alongside Darren Smith. We're here live inside of
State
Glendale.
Farm Stadium.
It's State Farm Stadium, Glendale, Arizona is where we are. The Chiefs have come away victorious this afternoon. Darren, what are your thoughts about the game?
Well, first of all, I think the Chiefs sent a message. I asked Patrick in the press because you look at the storylines coming out of today's games, especially the first 12 o'clock games that we were, when we were here. The games looked to be a blowout early on, and then by the end of before the game today, two games went to overtime, one game ended in a tie. There were upsets along the way. But everybody going and coming into today's game talked about the Buffalo Los Angeles Rams game and the message that they sent. And I asked Patrick, I said, what message does this send 44-21? He just and it was pretty obvious that, hey, don't forget about us because we're still here.
Yeah, and there was so much talk in the offseason, Tyreek Hill going to the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
How can this offense be the same as it was? Can it be as explosive as it was? But then you look at today, the touchdown and 9 different receivers caught a pass. And in our pregame show, we talked about everyone on this Chiefs team having something to prove. I mean, you got offensive line, Orlando Brown. You have Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who's like, as a first-round running back, people are saying, oh, well, the Chiefs have made a bad decision. And he's like, okay, well, I'll show you. McCole, everyone, Travis Kelce, can he still do it? So Patrick Mahomes even, Josh Allen is now the poster child of the league. And Patrick Mahomes, within his play today, says, hold up, I'll count you 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Plus some. And so I think, this is one of those games that's, I guess, going to set the standard for how this team plays this season.
Look, we had talked about it during preseason. We talked about it during training camp. I know we talked about it on our respective shows. And I kept telling people this, even at the loss of Tyreek, yes, initially it was a shockwave, yes, because he's a one-on-one player. But as I told people, when you look at it from 30,000 feet and you see what the Chiefs got, what they brought in, the draft picks and stuff like that, the Chiefs got better via addition by subtraction.
Of course.
And so and I've been saying it, I've been harping, I said, as a defense, you don't know how to defend Kansas City because you don't know where they can hit you from. And they literally, like, we're sitting up in the press box, and even from a distance, when they're trying to blitz patch, whatever, and they look like they're getting close to Pat, everything still looked like it was moving in slow motion. And Pat, he was 30 or 39. 360 yards, 5 touchdowns. Probably and it easily could have been 6 or 7 touchdowns. Because he said he owes McCole 2 touchdowns that were mishandled or dropped or what have you. So I mean, just looking at this offense and what it can potentially be. But I got to say though, as good as the offense was, the defense looked just as good because we talked about some of the hits that they were shelling out to the Arizona Cardinals. And the other big takeaway I would say for the Cardinals is that I think this goes to show that you should play your players in preseason, even if it's 1 or 2 series. You've got to get, because they look like they did not have any type of practice at all.
And it's going to be a quick turnaround. You go tonight, and then you look at Thursday night's game, which is a huge matchup against a team that's in your division and a team that is looking to be explosive, and they beat you at home already.
Last 2 years.
Yeah. So I think it's good to come have a game like this. And, you want to get these kind of games within the season, but to start out the season like this, what are you expecting? As far as the next couple of games go.
Well, I expect them because I asked Patrick about the rivalry and the fact that they lost 2 games in a row. This is an important game. Obviously, it's a division game. This is the second straight division game for the Chargers. So look, I mean, obviously, if you're Kansas City, you want to get that initial head-to-head win against them, so you can be up 2-0 and let them fall to 1-1. But it's obviously important because you get 10 additional days off before your next game against the Indianapolis Colts. They end up in a tie with Houston today. Chance to prepare.
Remember, you can join myself, Darren Smith, Sean Tyler, and also DJ Q tomorrow night, where we're going to be giving you Everything Chiefs is going to be happening on our Red Hour show that happens every Monday night, 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Make sure that you get there early. Soiree Steak and Oyster House, which is located in the 18th Divine Jazz District. Get there early. That's all I can say, because we got a lot to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, and we will obviously be more in depth than where we are tonight. We got flights. We got it. Well, my boy got a flight. He's got to catch. I'll be catch me later on tonight. Kansas City time 11 o'clock with Rob Collins, Fox 4. We'll talk more about the Chiefs, and then of course, like you said, come down to 18th Divine. Join us, man. Have some good food, good football talk, and we look forward to seeing you.
All right, for Steve Walls, Darren Smith, right here inside of State Farm Stadium. Why I keep saying Levi? Because they get the red from San Francisco. Either way.
Hold on. And before we go, shout out to the Chiefs fans that traveled and represented well, because I mean it was so beautiful that Cardinals were walking, leaving the stadium in the middle of the third quarter.
Of course. Remember, catch us tomorrow, 6:30 to 7:30. If you can't make it, it'll be online as well. For Steve Walls, Darren Smith, we are out of here.